What up, what up? Yo, big shout out, starting it off. Fred, Blaze, and your girl Blaze, all my HHRC guys. Yeah. Timmy, Drew Goes Live, 540 Chopper, Jay Holly and Prime, talking about Ralph Sampson, George T, Sean Kemp, all my fantasy football players, everybody. Big love. Thank y'all for the support and everything. Really do appreciate it. Just keep looking out for me, y'all. Keep looking out for me. We got a big show today. Big show. Yes, I do, Drew Harlow. You see the Mets hat. It's All-Star Weekend, so we got to represent. But we're going to start it off with Rellism Sports Talk episode 45. Mets lid for Drew Harlow. Because we the home run chance. Anyway. Look, we talking a whole lot of Major League Baseball talk today, which I know is going to make some people happy. I know we don't talk about enough baseball, but there's something about baseball that's going on right now. Look, the dogs is getting loud because everybody knows about Ohtani. Yeah, we're going to talk about him some. The NBA Finals preview, got to talk about that. Game 4, about an hour away. We're going to talk about... I'm glad we got a good finals. And because USA basketball... You know what I'm saying? USA basketball, we're going to finish with them. But then we're going to have some NFL talk because it's almost time. Fantasy time. It's almost ready to get on there. I'm going to probably do a couple of mocks tonight because I got to get ready for my leagues. You know what I'm saying? I got to get one of these rings back on my fingers. Sally stole mine last year, but I got to get mine. We're going to talk about some NFC East QBs, problems, option time for some big names, free agents, or not free agents, but stars, and QBs in new places. So we're going to kick it off with Today in Sports. Today in Sports, 1973, Babe Ruth hit his 700th career home run. And the only reason why I'm bringing that up is we got the new age Babe Ruth. Now, I know he just started. He ain't done it all. He did a lot in Japan, though. And y'all know who I'm talking about. We talking about Ohtani. Yes, Ohtani. The new age Babe Ruth, the unicorn, whatever y'all want to call him. I don't care what you call him, as long as you watching. And I know everybody was watching last night. I ain't gonna lie. Me and my wife was sitting there watching the home run derby, and I'm like, I don't know who this dude is. Then my boy came up. I was like, I know him. Then I was like, I don't really know that dude either. I know Soto for the Nationals. And then I knew Ohtani. So, but the show was Ohtani. It wasn't even about him winning or losing. Because you're playing in Coors Field. So Coors Field, everybody's hitting home runs. Everybody hit them out of the park. So it's cool, you know what I'm saying? It's not like back in the day when you had rivalries out there, big name stars out there, but Ohtani did it. Ohtani made me tune in. I can't remember the last time I watched All-Star Game or Home Run Derby, to tell you the truth. We used to watch it a long time ago when Griffey and Bonds, different people was in there like that, but he made me watch. So it is what it is. But that's what he's doing. Tonight we got the NBA Finals and the All-Star Game at the same time. Same day. Who did that? That should be a Pharrell Award right there. You big dummy. As Butch would say. You big dummy. Anyway. But come on, man. Why you gonna do that? Don't matter to me because I'm not gonna watch the All-Star Game. But I will watch the opening pitches because Ohtani is pitching and Ohtani is leading off the game batting. So at least I must get to see that because then I'm gonna be watching the game. But, what's up with this dude? It's crazy. Ohtani, big for the game. He's just doing big things, man. And if people can't pay attention to that, I don't know what's going on. All right, Mr. Harlow. Big ups to Soto. I think Soto has that star power, too, and I'm going to get to that. He beat Ohtani in the first round, whenever they had to swing off, which was still exciting. Had to swing off with Ohtani and Soto. There you go. If you don't know that. But for real, it was good to see that. I'm kind of glad he didn't go far because I want to see him pitch more and I want to see him hit. You know what I mean? I feel like if he went to the finals or something or won, they would have been like, yeah, you pitching one inning, maybe one at bat, then you sitting down. I want to see him go as much as he can play. As much Ohtani as we can get, we need more Ohtani. More Ohtani. At the game, I saw my boy Alonzo go back-to-back home run derby champion. You know what I'm saying? He up there doing things. And all this stuff is good for baseball. All this stuff is good for baseball, and that's my trending up. My trending up is baseball. You got Ohtani. You got Alonso out there. I don't know if anybody watched the game or watched the home run derby, but the whole time he's up there, he's dancing. He's up there like dancing. Bang, bang, bang. Just dancing. Having fun. As a casual fan like I am now, seeing stuff like that, I'm like, oh, well, let me check out some more now. He having fun. He's dancing. Stuff I can relate to. That's what baseball needs. That's why I said it's trending up. You got the Yankees versus the Astros right before the All-Star break. They out there doing it. They going at each other. They throwing shots at each other. You know what I'm saying? They ripping off jerseys, talking about I ain't got the buzzer. They doing this, doing that. That's what you need. You need rivalries. You need anger. I'm tired of everybody wanting to join up with everybody. Hey, buddy, let's play with each other, buddy. Hey, buddy, you want to go play together? Hey, no. I want people hating each other. I want my team is better than your team, and I'm going to show you why. That's what makes the sport better. That's what makes it all good. That's why football's always successful. Because you really have teams that don't like each other. Franchises. It don't matter where you come from. When you join certain franchises in football, you are born to hate them. As a Raven fan, I'm not a Raven fan, but if you're a Raven fan, you hate the Steelers. People that go from that team to that team, when you become a Raven, you automatically hate the Steelers. Those things are good for the game. Cowboys, Redskins, our whole division, really. But that's what it's all about. Baseball don't really have, they have the Red Sox, Yankees, but it's like, you need more. And I'll tell you what, that Astros, Yankees stuff, good for baseball, trending up. Ohtani, trending up. Celebration, trending up. What else do we do? Celebrate when you hit a home run. Celebrate when you get a strikeout. You ain't got to. You can do the Barry Sanders, toss the ball, whatever. But some people want to show off. You can't tell me these relief pitchers that be growing all these beard hair down here and mohawks and trying to intimidate you and this and cutting off sleeves. They're doing all this for show. Let their personalities flow. And I guarantee your fans will pop out there. Guarantee it. Baseball, trending up. Yeah, you know what my trending down is? Baseball. Because baseball's they ain't going to get it right. They're going to blow it. They're going to blow it. They're going to blow it. They're going to go back to, let's talk about the man beating a woman. Or let's talk about cheating in the game. We ain't heard none of that. For a whole week and a half. And how good has baseball been? But they're going to blow it. So my trending up is baseball. My trending down is baseball. Because they're going to blow it. Baseball, you got a golden opportunity. I'm just saying. But they ain't going to get it right. Because they won't get it right. Let's get to the meat and potatoes right now. NBA Finals. Game 4. People were talking about, Suns gonna sweep. Nah, man, how you gonna really say that, yo? Come on. You expected the Bucks to win Game 3. Come on. Everybody, you had a feeling that they were gonna win Game 3 because that's the way it usually happens, right? It usually happens like that. So, now we're in Game 4. Now, was that a fluke? Or did they find something? I feel like Giannis has been doing the same thing. Giannis been doing his thing. Anybody talking about it? But when they lose, they be happy to jump on him for some reason. Giannis is doing his thing, but nobody's talking about it. Why? Why don't nobody talk about it? This dude was 2-time MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Like, nobody cares. Let me tell you why nobody cares. Because the way it is right now, we look at the stars as scorers that do different things. Multifaceted, shooting all over the court, doing all this crazy stuff, cross-dribbling, crossing people up, making them fall down, doing this, shimmy sham, showboating. You know what Giannis does? Well, when he's not jacking dumb old three-pointers, but the way he's successful, he puts his big-ass shoulders down and trucks with his athleticism to the ring. And as successful as he is at doing it, and as unstoppable it is when he does that, it's like we're looking at it like, that's what you do. It's simple offense for you. Like, we're not surprised by these things. We're not surprised that he does this. So I think that people just overlook him because we're not surprised. You that big, you athletic, you all long like that. We're not surprised that you dunk so much. We're not surprised that you do these Euro steps and we do all this and that. We're surprised when somebody's shooting shots from half court. We're surprised when somebody's crossing up and fading back. We're surprised when we do all these 360 dunks and all that. That's the difference. That's the only difference. But the thing about Giannis is he don't care. He wants to win. And the reason why I say he don't care, He signed his big deal in Milwaukee to stay there. He ain't jumping ship like all these little punks out here like Harden and Kevin Durant and all these little bums. Now, be careful when I say that because, Damian Lillard said he won't leave, but I would love to have him in LA. They keep talking about it. I'm like, yo! Just take LeBron, I'll take Dame. Anyway. So that's my thinking on Giannis. That's my thinking. And then we say, hey, it's going to be about Middleton and Drew Holiday. What they going to do? Drew Holiday, shutdown defender. He's doing good. Him and Booker's battling. He took Booker out of his game last game. Him and Middleton had a couple shots at him. But I'm going to tell you one thing, okay? Let me tell you something about Devin Booker. Devin Booker's got that mentality in him. That's his idol. He's the protege. You know what I'm saying? He good looking. He's scoring 61 in games. He's scoring from all over. He was trained by the great late Kobe Bean. You know what I'm saying? And he's not like all these dumb old NBA players dating these Kardashians. He got him a Jenner. That's the good side. You know what I'm saying? That's the good side. The bad side is the mugs, Chris Humphries and all these mugs over here getting these Kardashians. You getting the curse. The curse of the Kardashian. You getting the joy of the Jenners. You know what I mean? So, will he bounce back? Yes, he's going to bounce back. I don't care how good the defense is. He's got it in him. He's going to bounce back. And he's going to put on a show, I think. I think he's going to put on a show. Do I think Giannis going to put on a show? Yep, I think he will too. I think this game, I'm so hyped for this game, and I hope it don't let me down. But I think that this game is going to be classic. I think it's going to be an offensive show. I think it's going to be big-time moments, big-time happenings by the big-time stars. I think all the big-time stars are going to show up in some form in here. I just think that's what it's going to be. Who's going to win, though? If everybody's going to show up, who's going to win? I want it to go 7. Let me put it this way. I want it to go 7. So maybe my heart's telling me, my heart's picking for me. I don't know. But it's a close, I think this is close. I got the game going into overtime. And I think Bucks in overtime. And that's kind of scary to say because the Bucks have been known to blow it because of their coach. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just gonna say it just like that. Their coach, I have no faith in him late down in the games. I don't think he makes adjustments. I just think it's something about Giannis at home and the hunger that he be looking like. Yo, he came out with passion out there. He was flexing. He was just like, ah. And something about Crazy Eyes Bobby Portis. I think he be in his ear like, yo, I'm gonna get him. If you don't get him, I'm gonna get him. Bobby Portis, Crazy Eyes. I got Bucks in overtime, tying up the series 2-2 to make the storyline great. I want it to go game 7. Because if it goes game 7, imagine the storylines all over the board. And that's what's great about this NBA Finals is it's two teams that you don't think about being there. They're not historically there. It's the first time ever for Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes it great. We don't have all, oh, it's LeBron, oh, it's KD and Steph and all that. Yeah, we already know. It's going to take a miracle for them. These two teams, anybody can win. That's what makes it great. It's fun to watch as a fan. So it's going to be exciting. I hope it lives up to the build that I just built it up and the way everybody else is building it up. I hope it lives up to it because I want to see a show. Because I tell you what, my Pharrell Award, I ain't seeing no show with USA Basketball. What? You get beat by Nigeria. Okay, it's first game. Everybody talking. Ain't nothing, man. You remember the Dream Team lost to the college boys. Ain't nobody sweating them. Man, shut up. Then we went out there and smacked them in the face. You know what I'm saying? The Dream Team's like, yeah, whatever happened, happened. Then we played them an hour later, destroyed them. We was playing around. You same got the same kind of hemming and high and come on, man, we just chilling. Now you lost again. Again, you lost again. Is it the end of the world? Maybe not. Maybe not. You still supposedly have the best player in the NBA in Kevin Durant. You got Dame Dollar, and you got these players. My takeaway honestly is they don't play no defense. Who plays defense on the team? You got Draymond Green, but he's past his prime being defensive player of the year. Who else is out there playing defense? You know what I mean? Who's out there playing defense like, I'm going to play defense on you to stop you? And these are the things I talked about when I had the Paul George talk last time. And I'm not going to bring about a debate about Paul George, Brandon, but whatever. But players like Paul George, he's going to give you what you need on offense. If he's playing with a USA Olympic team, he knows he ain't got to give you 30. But he going to shut down the next person on the other team that ain't going to get 30. They ain't even going to get 20. That's the difference. Both sides, baby, both sides. They not playing no defense. USA basketball ain't playing no defense. It's like an offensive AAU show. And you losing, bro. You are losing. This has to be discouraged a little bit. Maybe Coach K saw some things before he left. He's like, I ain't doing it no more. I'm going to go out with my gold medals. You know what I'm saying? My legacy's intact. When y'all start losing to Nigeria, I'm going to sit back and like, man, I ain't never lose to Nigeria. Coach K. Coach K, yo. I'm just saying, for real, y'all lost. We're going to get off of that, though. We're hearing all this talk about Ben Simmons and all this. 76ers, woe is me. 76ers, woe is me. You got a coach in Doc Rivers who's woe in this me is all he went on to do. How bad does Doc Rivers feel right now? I know he got a ring with the Celtics. I know that. But when he was in LA, he wanted to be a culture change. He went there with a resume as a champion with Boston. Here I come. I'm coming from Boston, and I'm going to LA Clippers, and I'm going to do things. I'm going to show y'all how to turn this organization around. We going up 3-1 in series. We going to there. We going to there. And you could never get to the Western Conference Finals after blowing every opportunity over and over again with your star player being CP3. And now he's in the finals, leading the way, being the storyline of everything. Was it CP3 or was it Doc Rivers? CP3, Doc Rivers. Because CP3 left. Doc Rivers still failed. Then Doc Rivers got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and you still failed and got fired. And then you went to the 76ers. Oh, best record in the East. Doc Rivers is at it again. Look at Doc Rivers. Look at him. And then you lose. Now, blame never shows up on him. Now it's Ben Simmons' fault. And I'm going to say it, though. Ben Simmons, I think, deserves some of that blame. A lot of that blame. So now they talk about, we're going to trade. So my fact or fiction is, would trading Ben Simmons be better for the 76ers? You know in this market, you don't get the fair market value. You know you don't. You had your chance when you could have had a package to get James Harden. James Harden might have stayed there. He might have said, you know what? Playing with Embiid, Doc Rivers, with that team. I might go ahead and do that. Imagine how that pick and roll would have been Embiid and Harden. Philadelphia. You had that opportunity, baby. Now you let him look like he is, that can't shoot, scared to death. Talking about like that one play tie game at the end of the game. You have a clear dunk or layup and you pass the ball. Well, I thought I was going to get fouled. You dummy. You big dummy. I thought I was going to get fouled. So what? Get fouled. Don't go on him and get fouled. Go to the free throw and make a shot. That's right. You scared to shoot. You really scared to shoot a free throw. You big... What? Of course it's good for him to trade them. I don't care. You trade him. Go try to trade him for a Bradley Beal. Go try to get... You're not going to get... If you think that his plus side is so high that whatever, you're not going to get that. You might have to settle for less. You might have to say, give me a John Wall and a first-round pick. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I mean, you can go to the Lakers and we can give you Kuzma and Andre Drummond. And I'll take you. I'm just saying. I think Philadelphia had an opportunity, probably the best opportunity for James Harden. They put all their eggs in the basket this year, and the basket was full. I ain't gonna lie. Even with Embiid missing those games, because he should have won MVP. Even with him missing them games, the basket was still overflowing. They had the best record in the East. Best record in the East. But now, we saw them eggs cracked when he cracked in the playoffs. I'm just saying. So now you're not going to get what you wanted for him. You're not going to get the things that you could have gotten for him. So basketball's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with the USA. It's going to be interesting to see who wins the finals. Free agency, who goes where. Dame Dollar going who. Bradley Beal, who going where. Ben Simmons going where. It's people going everywhere, and I think basketball's offseason is going to be awesome. Basketball offseason has been dope. Like, ever since with Kevin Durant, well, I mean, even before Kevin Durant, it seems like the offseason's been popping. I remember when LaMarcus Aldridge back in the day was leaving Portland and he visited with the Lakers for like 5 seconds. It was still exciting seeing where these players were going to go. As long as they ain't going with each other, unless Dame wants to come to my team, and then I'll say it's okay. Since y'all screwed us out of CP3 going with Kobe, so I'll never get over that NBA ever. Bull crap. Looking at all these super teams, you couldn't give us Chris Paul with Kobe Bryant. Get on my face. Anyway, I'm still bitter. So let's get off of basketball talk. Let's get to football. My NFC East with my Redskins, with my D Washington football team, which we got a name next year. We got a name here, so stop clowning us. We got a name next year. So my question is, which QB's under the most pressure? It ain't my boy, Fitzpatrick. I hope he ain't even my day one starter. I hope he just magically pulls something off. Nothing against him, but I mean, retreads. Washington retreads. Anyway, so let's get to the other three that really matter. Jalen Hurts, you coming out, coming off the bench, looking all right, athletic, da-da-da-da. Still don't think you're good enough throwing. Don't think you're good enough throwing. You got your boy from Alabama to throw to. I still don't think you're good enough. Don't think you're good enough. You got rid of Carson Wentz, so the pressure's off of you. They replaced Carson Wentz with Joe Flacco. I don't think you got to worry about Joe Flacco taking your job, because if he does, then you are what I thought you were. So, Jalen, I think you got a little pressure. Jalen, but not as much as these next two. The next one, Dak Prescott. Hey, you come back from a horrific injury. You got all the talent around you in the world, son. Woo! All the talent in the world with you. You got your contract. You got everything you wanted. Everything you want is there. Are you going to make the playoffs? Are you going to win the division? You have to do these things. You have to win the division. You have to make the playoffs. Dak Prescott, you have to do that. Pressure's on you. Or else what? Then the chatter's going to start coming. I mean, you have to do it. But you don't have to do it as big as the Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones, as bad as I am for us drafting Haskins, we were going to draft Daniel Jones. And he ain't showed me nothing either. You ain't showed me nothing either. Now you got your wide receivers you got, and get Galladay, and you got Saquon back, and you got that tight end as a monster. Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes. I'm about to start calling you Danny Pennies. Yo, even though y'all beat us 4 straight times. Anyway, Danny Dimes, you got to live up to it. You got to live up to it, Danny Dimes. Because if you don't, your option ain't going to get picked up. You going to be gone like Haskins being a backup somewhere. Your option will not get picked up. You will not get these big contracts. Speaking of the options not getting picked up, what's up with these three? Because these three ain't Danny Dimes. You got Baker Mayfield. You got Lamar Jackson. And then you got Josh Allen, who, if you ask anybody on the circuit going into this year, you think all three of them teams are playoff teams. You think all those teams could win the Super Bowl. I mean, why not? You think they're going to be top echelon of the AFC. Why not? I mean, Cleveland, I think they're near. I think they can win the division over Lamar Jackson, over Pittsburgh, over the Bengals. I got them that far. I got them pushing the Chiefs. So why ain't he get his extension yet? Dang, you ain't sold them. They got a team. You got 2 stud running backs. You got tight ends. You got wide receivers. You got a defense. That's unbelievable. Baker Mayfield. They need to see it again. My question is, why doesn't Baker Mayfield run more? Why don't you run more? Play action, go. Why ain't that play instituted more? They think you're going to hand the ball off anyway. They think you're going to pass it to one of your receivers. There's opportunities there. I don't think that they explore enough opportunities to make him successful. But we'll see what goes with that. But Baker, I don't think team success for 2 out of the 3 matters. I think Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield have to put up numbers. They have to put up personal numbers to get it. I'm not saying that they won't get extended, but they're not going to get that big time max things. I just can't see it if they don't put up big numbers like that. The only one I think that can not have to put up the gigantic numbers and just be similar to what they're doing is Josh Allen. Because Josh Allen's showing you he's getting better every year, and he's taking the Buffalo Bills places they haven't been in a long time. I think his upside is higher than both of theirs combined. He can run, not like Lamar, but he can run. He can throw better than both of them. You know what I mean? And he has. I feel like people talk about Lamar. He got nobody to throw to, other than Diggs. I mean, I guess he got Cole Beasley, Knox at tight end. The running game ain't really there. I mean, like who? You got Singletary. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So Lamar Jackson's had running backs. Still got running backs. You got an all-world tight end. You know what I'm saying? You got Hollywood. You got Sammy Watkins. I think they need to bring in another guy, but Baker's got all the talent in the world. I think Josh Allen's the easiest clear cut. I don't think they've gotten their options picked up yet because they're waiting for the other one. I think Josh Allen needs to get his first. If Josh Allen gets his first, I think the other two will follow below him. And you couldn't have told me that about Lamar Jackson 2 years ago, or even maybe last year. People would have said, "Heck no, Lamar Jackson's getting way more." No, I don't think so. I think it's Josh Allen go get the highest, and then maybe Lamar, then Baker. They'll be similar, but that's just what it is. Lamar Jackson's got to perform offensively through the air to get Josh Allen money, I think. And I think Allen's trying to wait for one of them to get a deal so he can say, nah, homie, I'm better than both of them. Show me the money because I'm better than both of them. Look what I'm doing with the Bills. This is my division now. Brady's gone. This is my division now. Is it his division now? Is it? Because in our fantasy focus, we talking about which quarterback in a new place is going to have a better fantasy year. Obviously, we already talked about Carson Wentz. He's with the Colts. He's got some weapons over there. Michael Pittman, I think, is a beast. You got T.Y., you got Jack Doyle, you got the running backs, you got Naheem Hines. He's got players in a friendly division as far as defensively. I mean, the Titans gonna be a handful. But if Carson Wentz can be Carson Wentz, he can put up numbers. And I think he can be a fantasy sleeper. He's probably going to get drafted as somebody's second quarterback. Probably not a first quarterback, but he'll probably get drafted as a second quarterback in a 12-team league or something like that. Definitely not in a 10-team league. Then you look at, like I was talking about in that division, Cam. Going to get Josh Allen. Cam's got 2 all-world tight ends. He always got them running backs, scat backs out there. Then you got receivers out here now. You got receivers wanting to be traded because they like, I ain't going to get no play now. They done upgraded their team. They done upgraded their offense so much. We got Nicky Harry talking about, trade me, please. I will never play. And if Cam comes back with a whole offseason in there and doing Cam things, running the ball too, he's another guy. He's not going to be drafted as a QB1. QB2 that could wind up being a QB1. Those are 2 steals, I think, as a second quarterback that you can get late in drafts. And then my final one, of course, is Matthew Stafford. I think he's probably got the most to prove, though. Because you got traded for a former number 1 pick. I mean, you're number 1 pick, too, but whatever. Later on in your career, you always had the crutch of saying, I was on Detroit. No wonder I didn't win. Well, now you're in L.A. Now you're with the Rams in that highly octane offense. Now you're with them in a tough division. But, hey, you got a tough team with you, baby. That team's loaded and ready to win. So, Matthew Stafford, you better put up a shut up. And I've always liked you. And he's always put up good fantasy numbers. But in this offense, I think he's going to explode. I think he's going to be the number 1 quarterback on a different team as far as fantasy goes. Unless that boy Aaron gets traded somewhere. Then I'll renege on that statement. But it's going to be interesting, man. The off seasons are going to be great. I love this time of year. I love sports. I love all the stuff coming up. We got drafts and we got all this going on, finals. College football's ready to pop up. Everything's getting great. Can't wait. My son's going to go back to school, play football. Can't wait. So, hey, big time things. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you for checking us out. Tune in next time. Rellism Sports Talk. Appreciate the love, everybody. Thank you. Rellism Sports Talk. Yeah. All right. If I didn't shout you out, comment, hit me up. I'll shout you out. Definitely. All right. Let's go. Thank y'all. Appreciate you.